what the? Can you turn off the water? Mom doesn't need it anymore. Yeah. What? Okay, fine. I don't remember if I turned it off, but okay. Hi guys. Hi there. We have to get. I know we have to get seriously. Welcome to the stream, though. You don't have to worry about me. I already ate, Ma. Oh dear. The server's doing the thing again where the volume is low, but that'll fix itself eventually. Okay, let's get this over with.
Yeah, alright.
I know they have to. That's why this is very bittersweet, but I'm paying my respects anyway.
We lost one of the biggest and most globally recognized icons in the world. A man I grew up watching, was fortunate enough to share the ring with, and like so many of us, were honored to call a friend. The truth is, he captivated millions of people and inspired them around the globe.
Don't put words in my mouth.
We would not be standing here right now, all of us together, if it was not for him.
Who?
So please help us honor him now.
Yeah.
As we give a 10-bell salute to Terry Bollea, the one and the only, the immortal Hulk Hogan.
I only feel bad for Jimmy Hart. I know this must be extremely hard for him. Just sprinkle it on his pasta, Mommy. But wait, if it has all that oily stuff, then I don't think so, because it'll be drenched in oil. Hi everyone. Welcome, UDM and Soundwave. Welcome back. Sad time. It's a sad time for those who actually are close to Hulk Hogan. But me, myself, I'm only giving my respects because I know how much of an influence he was in WWE, but I'm just going to be straight with you guys. I do not respect Hulk Hogan in no way, shape, or form whatsoever. But I would be a complete idiot as a WWE fan if I didn't acknowledge his influence to this company, which I will forever do. But as a person and a human being, I cannot respect him. But what I can do as someone as respectable, neutral, and understanding as I am, is just give condolences to those who did have a personal and close relationship and did grow up with him, and just give my hopeful prayers that he can, still have he could still live on through them. His energy as a wrestler can be his wrestler as an energy. His energy as a wrestler. What did you say, Mom? Come on, you're interrupting. Whatever. His energy as a wrestler can be brought out because his energy was somewhat very, inspiring and respectable, but his morals and his, personal beliefs are very controversial and something I did not agree with, especially since he influenced a little bit of the political standards that we have now today, which are terrible, in my opinion. So that's where I stand. But today, I'm not going to say much on the topic because I know how semi-important this is to WWE. And some wrestlers, are just like me and are not too much saddened by this, but still give my respects because I know how important this is to others.
Then this, Madison Square Garden, on January 23rd, 1984, the day Hulkamania was born.
And you could leave, call me a liberal, defend him, I don't care. I know my morals are always going to be right and fair. And if someone disagrees with that, then I can't help people with that.
He was a slice of Americana.
Some people just like to greatly influence something that's terrible in this world, and I can't stop that. But I can encourage people to not be like that.
Grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Then in 1987 at WrestleMania 3, Hogan did the unthinkable. The irresistible force being the immovable object. Greatest moment ever in my life, as far as my career, it has to be at WrestleMania, without a doubt. His rivalries became stuff of legend. Roddy Macho Man Randy Savage, the ultimate warrior. By the early 90s, Hollywood came calling again. There were TV series.
I just want to clear the air and say that I'm neither crying for his passing and I'm neither cheering for his passing either. So that's where I stand. Like it or like it.
Hogan came home in 2002, and there was only one man to mark the occasion.
Hi, Bobby.
And match is starting.
I would have hoped they showed a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne too, but I know they wouldn't do that because this is kind of somewhat more important.
Three years later, in 2005, Hogan was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
I'm in a giant kick my ass every time I get in the ring with him. He developed something that they call character. A love for this business that will never die.
Was Mama fan? Sure she was, but once he showed his true colors, she thinks the same way as I do. But just like me, we acknowledge the work that Hulk Hogan has put into this company, being the top babyface at the time. But his actions have not spoken well for him this past few years, and a lot of more experienced wrestling Hulk Hogan, more experienced wrestling analysts have spoken, like they said it themselves. Hulk Hogan was not a good person, but will always acknowledge the, yes, exactly, the great wrestler he is and the work he put into making this company what it is today. But he's a poor character and a poor human being. And I'm never going to be the type to say, is he in heaven, is he in hell? Because this is a complicated matter, and I do not think that way when it comes to people who done a controversial, who have been very controversial to this world.
It's something that's in your spirit.
It's a bittersweet feeling,
It's something that you can never
but I still, like, am being cautious and sophisticated and humble enough to admit the work that he did and to respect other people who are gravely upset about this, such as Jimmy Hart and probably his family and those closest to him, like Rey Mysterio, Undertaker, all those guys.
All but not forgotten, the incredible Hulk Hogan.
Everyone deserves forgiveness. I'm sorry to disagree with you on that, but that's kind of bullshit when it comes to the character he has been these past few years. I forgive Shawn Michaels in the past for being racist, because he's a Tony of more than Hulk Hogan has, who has, and I quote, said, "I am proud to be a racist, and I'm only racist because of the times I grew up in," but that's no excuse to stay racist. So that's, being racist is a choice. It's never like a force that, like, you have to live with. You can't fight. It's complete and utter bullshit, and it is unholy. Because think of it this way. If somebody unalives someone in front of you and then they do something beneficial into this world, are you gonna forgive them? And don't say like, it's hypothetical. It doesn't matter, because it would still have the same kind of answer. Elizabeth when Savage treated her bad. Yeah, I'm not disregarding the good things he might have done in life, but those mean nothing when you're the character you present today. Like, speak more for the person you were in the past. So just drop it, everyone. I'm never going to give respect to Hulk Hogan in the way that people think I should. I'm just doing it as a humble WWE fan, and I'm acknowledging his effort and his, hard work into this company, because it definitely wouldn't have existed without him, but it's not the reason it'll keep existing. So the reason it'll keep existing is everyone we all know and love today. And this is not a matter of, new gens taking over for old gens. This is a matter of, the facts. I'm African American and I forgive him. If someone kills someone forgiveness with remorse. I forgive them. No, thank you. And besides,
Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett with you. Friday Night Smackdown. from here in
only them up
Cleveland.
there can truly judge you. So
Bell salute.
our judgment in the end
for Hulk
means
Hogan
nothing.
and Wade. As we continue on here from Rocket Arena, it's hard to properly sum up a complex man's life, but simply in terms of the impact Hulk Hogan made on this industry, by the truest measure of promotional power, putting people in the seats, getting eyeballs to the screen. I will say this, I consider Hulk Hogan as transformational as any star that has been in the modern era of American sports. In a rare class of sports promotional titans like Ali and Mike Tyson and Michael Jordan, and an absolute prime, Tiger Woods. That very much was the promotional power of Hulk Hogan.
Single most important professional wrestler in the history of our game, without whom the majority of us here today would not be here. Quite simply, Hulkamania will be running wild tonight and many nights to come.
Also a reminder
So
tonight, coming out of our main event, it'll be the
I just apologize that I'm not fully on board with, showing.
We will have the WWE Tag Team.
I just apologize for not fully being on board with showing, mourning like I'm supposed to, but in the end, I know that, what I feel is valid and it's fair.
The guy who for the longest time criticizes the outsider, the intruder, the mega celeb entering WWE, skipping the line, and now he's the one who's been offended. He's the one who attacked and shouted at
Our
Jelly Roll.
judgment means
How
something.
dare you, how
It only
sacred
means
this
something
ring
to an
is.
extent,
And
but
it's
I'm not
Summerslam tag
I'm not
team
that
matchup.
keen on
We'll have
religious.
to watch
I'm not keen on religious,
Saturday,
stuff that we don't even know where the hell the Bible came from. So I'm not following a book that nobody knows where those words even came from.
Set in the ring here in Cleveland.
My beliefs are on right and wrong, not on based on Bible's words.
Hey, Cleveland, it's good to be home.
You give good karma, you get good karma, and that's all there is to it in this world.
Y'all were just chanting thank you, Logan, no?
And I hate this guy. I hate this guy.
Thank you, Logan. Yeah, I heard y'all.
If it makes you feel any better, I hate Logan Paul more than I hate Hulk Hogan.
Sir, and you're welcome, by the way. Let's get one thing straight. Yes, this city raised me. But this city did not make me. In fact, I made this city. Shut up, everyone here knows it. And I know what you're all thinking. Oh, Logan's from Cleveland. Look at him. He's on the stage. He's in the ring. He's just like us, false. You and I have nothing in common. No, seriously, listen.
The Bible
listen,
could be
listen.
traced back up to 140 years after Christ died.
You did.
Do you have any evidence, though?
No, but tonight's not about me, guys.
I'm Catholic,
Tonight is about
so
the
I have
community.
some sense of religious standing, but as far as following, a very religious path, yeah. As far as doing a very religious path, following every word God tells me, no.
Yeah, that's right. I'm bringing out the human donut hole who made a mockery of our business on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
I don't mind if you hate me for not feeling the way I'm supposed to in this matter, but this is just how my morality stands, and I'm fair, kind, and accepting of everything and everyone. So it's hard to mourn for someone who doesn't have those same kind of moralities. But I will acknowledge his work and his importance to everyone else. I'm not going to fully curse him out or wish or dance on his grave or anything. God will hate me for doing that.
You don't gotta play that song for Logan Paul to know who his daddy is. Did I hear you say the word
No matter how
inspiration?
bad someone is, God will always hate me in the end for, like, you know, cheering for someone's death, and even if they are bad and deserve it. I'm not saying Hulk Hogan fully deserves it, but
And you know what else?
his
No, you know what else? I'm sick of you
his sins will
talking
be
about
paid for.
Cleveland like people from Cleveland actually like you. Logan, I am more Cleveland.
Jelly roll.
I just hope God is kinder to him than what other people, like, you know, say about him.
So shut your mouth and show some respect. I want to make one thing crystal clear, Jelly Roll. I brought you out here to let you know that you are getting in the ring with two of WWE's finest. You understand that? You're getting in the ring with Logan Paul, the Moment Maker, and the Scottish Warrior, a 6'7", 300-pound giant who I get to tag in. And Randy Orton gets to tag in you. Jelly, other than a couple of cheap shots you got on me, what, you got nothing. So who the hell do you think you are?
Who do I think I am? I think I'm the guy that's fixing to put you in a body bag and ship you back to wrestling. You know what really pisses me off about you, Logan? You ain't never had a struggle in your life. You have been a silver spoon kid your whole life, Logan. I'm not getting in this ring just for me. I'm getting in this ring to represent every poor kid who had a dream that they would never make it, and they get picked on by high school jocks like you. That's why I'm getting in this ring. Just so we're clear, I'm getting in this ring to bring light to this ring. The only thing you have ever brought in here is a ring light. I'm here, Logan, because I have been a WWE fan my entire life. The WWE represented me. The WWE represented every single one of us. And you make fun of my story, but my story has inspired millions and millions
Of rednecks around the world.
Yeah. You have the audacity to talk to me crazy when we know in your heart and soul you are soft and charming, and I know for
soft and
sure
charming, that's
you ain't
funny.
nothing but a brown peddling punk ass bitch. Now look who's arrived.
Drew McIntyre, Hulk Hogan rip shirt.
I want you to know you have made a really big mistake if you think I came here alone tonight, boy. I put voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand.
They talk to me.
We're a week away from the Piper and Jelly Roll against Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre at Summerslam.
We may be 10 seconds away from that right hand tonight, Joe Test.
You don't have to wait much longer, do we?
I feel
tonight.
Oh, is he serving him up here to Logan Paul?
Punishment time. This is our lesson for Jelly Roll.
The beatdown is underway in the center of the ring. Logan Paul on the attack of the music superstar Jelly Roll.
Oh wow, that's
He's
slick.
got through. Tied outside the fight on.
Takes more than a poke to the eye to keep the Viper down. Stomping the hell out of the Scottish Warrior. Oh, Jelly!
Jabbing.
Look at Jelly. Jab after jab.
Shake, rattle, and roll.
And elbow. Back elbow. Shoulder tackle by Jelly Roll. The work in the performance center, perhaps paying off a bit, Ray.
Using all of the power in the frame. Just a big set of lungs.
Kick to the midsection.
Oh, dear.
Takes him down to his knees.
Great experience in this game.
I ain't gonna kill you this time. I'm just gonna kick. Ah!
Oh, he's locking in that big right hand. He's locking in that big, powerful right hand. Jelly Roll escapes it. Black hole slam. Oh my God, man slam by Jelly.
Good job, man.
Believe this.
You're not bad, Bunny, but you're trying.
Impulsive TV.
Do I like this tag team? Yeah, it's pretty fine.
By way of Jelly Roll.
But nothing will ever compare to Bad Bunny. And now Logan Paul using a blood capsule because he didn't hit him that hard.
Take another look at this Jelly Roll spinning crossman slam. Center of the ring. Logan Paul has no clue what has hit him. And as you said, Joe Tess, 1 week from tomorrow.
I feel like Logan Paul always takes blood capsules when he gets hit by his opponents.
Face off.
Because the same thing happened with CM Punk and the same thing happening with Jelly Roll now too.
I know very well who Rey Fenix is. El Ángel. I know who Andrade is. La Sombra. We have defended Orgullo, la raza, la lucha libre. And we are one. In the tag division, anymore is intentional. We are on different levels. It's only a matter of time until that goal is around our waist.
Have I seen the Hurt Syndicate in AEW? Yes, I have. I'm aware of the Hurt Syndicate. It's basically, the Hurt Business. Just, they had to change the name. But unfortunately, I heard that they've broken up with MFJ, or MF something, whatever his name is.
Andrade and Rey Fenix against the mystifying
MJF or whatever his name is. I wonder why though. I thought they were getting along great or something, but deep down I knew it was a facade. Okay, wow, Charlotte, that's quite the outfit. Not her wearing pantyhose and just a bottom piece of a two-piece.
Coming your way next to Charlotte by her side. WWE Universe.
Yeah, that's something I would never wear in public, but it looks nice on her, I guess.
Bad guy style.
A little too slutty for my taste, but sometimes slutty can be good depending on who's wearing it.
A luchador doesn't just stand in the ring. They make a name. They don't start trouble, they are trouble.
I didn't really think that through.
It takes strategy. Yeah, and looking good while you do it. Like what, a tight chicken suit?
Well, first of all, don't hate like you didn't get. They have an awesome sidekick.
They know how to put on a show.
waiting room. So I don't know if most of you have seen my video, but if you didn't, long story short, I'm moving out of this house in most likely around the first week of September or even the last week of August. It's still up for discussion, but it's around that time, and we're moving out of this house and moving to someplace nicer and newer because unfortunately we just can't keep this house in Taps anymore. We tried to because we wanted to honor my grandparents and still keep the last thing we have of them, but we just thought, like, you know, now is the time that we deserve better and we just can't do it no more. And this house breaking apart is kind of like my grandparents spiritually telling us they want us to leave and move somewhere better because we deserve happiness. So we're moving next month. They said we have till October 3rd, not October, it's August 31st, but I'm pretty sure, like, you know, they'll give us still, like, you know, 2 weeks in September to take care of everything we need to take care of here. But that's what's gonna be, like, you know, happening with me these next few months, which I'll probably just do live streams from now on. I won't probably be showcasing cosplay or doing dances on here as often. Not until I'm acquainted and settled in my new place. We'll be okay, you guys. And I will definitely give you a house tour and, like, you know, a last tour of our old house, just so you can, like, you know, see the place where the stream was born from for the last time. Hi, Chief. Charlie B said we didn't want to do a cheerleader dance. The black pom-poms is crazy. I feel like they're Monster High cheerleaders, which I love. But that makes me wish that Alexa Bliss could cosplay in a Monster High cheerleader uniform. How awesome would that be?
Massive crowd here in Cleveland for Friday Night Smackdown. They're back for the baddest comedy of the summer. Don't miss the high-stakes Voltronic heist in the Bad Guys 2 only in theaters August 1st.
Okay, we finally got the full version of Roxanne's new music, and they kept only a clip of her old music, but still, that's not good. Well, I see that they're trying to keep her old music, but they're just giving it a Judgment Day Dark remix, and I kind of don't like that. She does not need to have a remix. Her song was fine the way it was. Roxanne Perez, Mom!
Stages in the company from Summerslam. Perez will have a major starring role in already her fifth PLE of this year.
Pay attention.
Already acquired one half of the tag championships alongside Raquel Rodriguez. They will defend against the unlikely but incredible team of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. That is Summerslam Saturday, 1 week from tomorrow.
sides of convenience as they think that the we're not friends crowd that seemingly becomes closer and closer every week. That could all change. First, this tough test in singles action.
Now, this is the flip side of the matchup we saw. Wait for it. In the matchup we saw last
Thanks
week,
for the
which
$5,
was
Soundwave.
Raquel versus Charlotte Flair, and it was a victory for Charlotte Flair with a major assist on the outside from Alexa Bliss, who was making a red-hot start in this one, but the underhanded tactics of Roxanne Perez come to the fore.
This should be good. I'm not sure I like Charlotte in the cheerleader image. I see her trying to give her own, like, you know, her own twist on it, but like I said, that two-piece outfit with just pantyhose underneath, yeah, I would not wear. That's really like, you know, that's a really bold look.
She turns to Rodriguez for a moment, and now Flair just steps right over face to face with Rodriguez.
Roxanne remix her theme song. It's kind of a dark version. Yeah, that's what I said before. It's kind of a dark version of her original, but nah, I love her upbeat one better because it just gives a more hype. It gives a more hype vibe. This I can't really recognize who it is. And hey, I like how Roxanne is going back to her black and pink attire, seemingly, but she kind of made it a burgundy pink instead of, you know, a light pink that Alexa Bliss is wearing. She did that. She did that same color that Alexa has before, but ever since she came to Judgment Day, she's been going dark colors, and now she has a burgundy pink red.
And that was incredibly smart of Raquel Rodriguez because it was all going the way of Alexa Bliss, and somehow, some way, Roxanne Perez needed
Candace.
a
Yes,
little help, and
it
it
is,
came from Big Mammy Cool.
Looks to put this away.
Forget about Candace. That was just a one-time thing. Everyone had their fashion. Everyone had their dumbass fashion moments. I have.
Earlier in their careers, this could have been if there would have been enough awareness to understand what's been in front of them in recent years.
So sometimes experience and time in the game is needed to really come to terms with tagging with someone else and sharing a little of that spotlight. And especially in the case of Charlotte Flair, who has for large portions of her career been all about herself. Perhaps she's softened that stance somewhat.
Just getting the results. And you see, look at Raquel Rodriguez just mocking Alexa Bliss right in her face.
Oh, those mind games that have been the Raquel Rodriguez story over the past couple of years, ever since she got involved with the Judgment Day. When I was taking Roxanne Perez under her wing at point where they got good team. Really has turned into punishment time now for Alexa Bliss. Ever since Roxanne Perez got that upper hand, she is not letting go. But you know, Alexa Bliss, with all her experience, is going to keep on scrambling to try and get a foothold back in this one.
And puts away. Again, Bliss finds it up with the encouragement of Charlotte Flair. I know, a week ago it was Bliss who was playing this cheerleader role, and now Charlotte takes to it right away.
Quite literally in the case of Charlotte Flair. Something I never thought I would see, but she's rocking them well. Unfortunately for Alexa Bliss, she's not quite holding up her end of the bargain.
That's what you guys say, Charlotte. That's Japanese cheer. That's Japanese J-pop cheering.
With these two.
Well, Alexa Bliss needs Charlotte Flair to beat Charlotte Flair. I need you at your best at SummerSlam Saturday if we're going to win gold together against this duo who have rapidly become a dominant force in the tag race.
Arrogance of Perez as she feels she's in complete control.
She'll be arrogant. You're dominating someone as accomplished as Alexa Bliss, yeah. Be as arrogant as you like, but first off, please.
Trip her up.
Alexa Bliss trying to turn things around against
don't piss off a deranged person.
Helps out. Singles action here a week before. Alexa
You
Bliss
can
and
act
Charlotte
deranged like
Flair
Liv
will take
Morgan,
on
but you
Perez
ain't.
and Rodriguez for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
There's been about 3 or 4 straight minutes of abuse from Roxanne Perez towards Bliss. But this is a championship caliber performer we have known and loved for the past several years. That is Alexa Bliss, reaching top tier once again.
5-time world champion, 3 times the women's tag team champion. As Charlotte Flair, a recent teammate, now taking on the role of chief supporter.
Volley of offense here from Alexa Bliss, and how quickly the tide turned.
Such a hot start by Roxanne Perez. Oh, is she lining it up? Looking for Sister Abigail, but look at Perez raking right across the face and the eyes.
Another superb referee.
Oh, what in the world?
Referee didn't see the outbreak. The referee certainly did not see that. That is 2 men completely on the same page there.
Raquel Rodriguez opens the door for Perez, but Charlotte Flair is going to send her over the barrier.
My God.
Keep her just clean up that mess.
Wiping down one of the most powerful women in the entire division. And Perez far from impressed by that.
A 14-time world champion helping out as now Bliss looks to take control.
Don't blame Flair for getting involved there. She may be Raquel. We got herself involved in the match, and here we go.
Could this be twisted?
Come back.
On the outside, a big boot by Raquel Rodriguez.
Well, simply wasn't enough to keep Big Mammy cool down.
Jump
for
on
long
her.
and wait up.
She's lining her up, possible powerbomb. And look at Alexa Bliss. Her concentration moves now to Rodriguez. And instead of a twisted Bliss, she's going to the outside with it.
Oh.
And the twisted
Ow,
Bliss
she kind of
to
missed.
Raquel Rodriguez
Ow.
to the floor.
Well, Bliss had to do
Yeah, her
something.
leg.
Charlotte
Yeah, you
Flair was
definitely
in
landed
major
too
trouble
heavy
there.
on your
That's
legs
the
there.
powerbomb max to the apron. That diversion has temporarily saved Roxanne
And-
Perez.
It's a roll. It's a roll. Perez wins it.
Yeah, they had to get a win too. I knew it was too good to be true where they would get double wins.
Alexa
Yeah,
Bliss.
that is not a blood capsule. Yeah, she tweaked her nose a little bit. I saw her when she landed.
On Perez, it gave Perez time enough to come up with that win.
Well, they're 1 win apiece now. Alexa Bliss is busted open. The decider will be at Summerslam Saturday. A week tomorrow, WWE Women's Tag Championship on the line between these 4.
Here's Kathy Kelly.
Charlotte, you're not worried about your couture.
The biggest opportunity in your career, a singles championship match against Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam. Tell me, how are you feeling?
Kathy, I fought through something that was supposed to take me out. And
Who are
here
those
I
guys
am
in the
at
back
the
of them?
ring. Next week at SummerSlam, I'm going to show them all why I am a natural born champion.
Thank you so much. She is just radiating confidence. Joe,
Whoa, nice colors, Chelsea.
radiating confidence.
Well, secure the perimeter and get the coffee while I deal with this.
I was screwed out of that Queen of the Ring tournament, okay?
I should have been at SummerSlam wrestling Tiffany Stratton, not crown-stealing Cargill. She's just so stupid. It's slow. It's useless. And there's a cute word for it.
She tried to warn you.
Chelsea finding out.
Hey, you forgot your hat?
Chelsea Green's mouth getting her in trouble right now.
Jay just slams her into the mirror.
I think they're heading our way, Joe.
Jade Cargill, who's going to be fighting for the championship at SummerSlam, is now just carrying Chelsea Green out to the entryway.
Well then. I love Chelsea's colors on her outfit today, though.
Attempting to scramble away is Chelsea Green, but in hopeless you now is the
Blue and purple always reminded me of that old tricks flavor, berry blast or whatever. You know those tricks swirly yogurts? Those are the colors, the same colors.
We got Chelsea and Jade right away. Oh, the big pump kick by Jade Cargill.
At for Jade outfit, it's the same thing. But this time she's wearing pink. That's a color you rarely see on her.
Jade and Chelsea right here in Cleveland right now.
You look good in pink, but I love you better in your blues and whites because they actually match your reflective thingies that you have on your outfit all the time.
Chelsea Green was running her mouth in an interview with Kathy Kelly. The next thing you know, Jade Cargill's listening to every word late.
But I do appreciate that. At least it's like a little bit of a metallic pink. Because if it was just a solid color, then it wouldn't have made the reflective parts that she always has on her outfit so nice.
Protection going on there for Chelsea, is there?
Actually, I am the director of operations.
Yes.
Assistant.
No, I am not.
Assistant, and we will be implementing those fines forthwith.
That's all on you, brother. You take that assignment as you want. I'll sit and watch.
Consider it done.
Hey,
Ma, can I have food now?
right
I'm
up
getting
top,
a little hungry
right away,
now.
and is slamming her head down on the top turnbuckle.
Chelsea Green hasn't got a single shot in on Jade Cargill from the off. And who can blame her? Didn't even get a chance to warm up.
Chelsea Green ain't scared of Jade. Are you sure?
Jade.
Because it looks like she's running away.
Chelsea's looking for the exit. I don't think Chelsea knew what she was stepping into at all.
Did you blame her? What would you do if Mike Tyson was coming after you? You'd start running too, right? This is simply unfair, and how this referee has allowed this match to go ahead.
Carefully checking on Chelsea Green, the former United States
Mommy.
The inaugural
Mommy.
United States champion, the greatest ever United States champion.
We've had half a year
Mom,
of
hello.
States champions. Jade
Come on, this is a commercial. Look at the thumbnail. It's not there.
Move by Chelsea Green will divert.
This is a commercial.
Distraction from the referee.
This is the commercial.
This match has done a switcheroo.
Why do you think this thumbnail's not right here?
Every inch the former United States champion once again.
Aye, Mommy.
Look at the power and strength of Jade Cargill.
We have a look at the technique of Chelsea Green. No daylight in that hole whatsoever. Squeeze it for dear life.
Jade looks to undo it, and she does with a series of elbows right to the midsection before Chelsea slams her down.
And first, a little verbals for good measure.
Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't even notice her boots. I kind of like her boots more than anything on her outfit.
Jade, the #1 contender to Tiffany Stratton's
Because the glitter makes it have a rainbow shimmery effect, so it gives both colors, blue and the teal.
Whatsoever for Jade Cargill.
It's always interesting to see how the superstars approach their major matches at a PLE like that and lead up to it. This came out of left field. This battle with Chelsea Green.
It will be.
Yeah, Jay, I want some sparkly glitter high Converse like those.
Nice early night, get some rest. Go for the train, but instead, she's under the cut from Chelsea Green.
Be careful there's no ants on that. Because sometimes there is.
Chelsea Green foolishly thinks she's safe right now, but here comes Cargill.
Well, Cargill's ability to bounce back is incomprehensible after taking a real beating over the last couple of minutes. From Chelsea Green, this is why Jade Cargill is your queen of the ring and why she is #1 contender for Tiffany Stratton at Summerslam.
Offensive assault. Fall away slam to kip up, and now splashing into the corner against Chelsea Green, who opened her mouth just minutes ago, not realizing Jade Cargill was right behind her, and now Jade's been taking it out on Chelsea. Secret purpose always present ringside to try to come to the aid of Chelsea Green. I will press hook away.
Wait,
Chelsea
before you do
Green.
that, I'll come to you to make sure you do it right.
Violently against the map there, and oh, here we go, mighty time.
I'm prettier lined up. No!
Power through the Cargill. And walked in.
Gonna get Jane! Single lovers! Jane Cargill! Here is your winner. Oh, and out of fire, and Piper Niven on the attack instantly.
And sometimes in life, when you win, really you lose. Well, Jay Cargill. Well, this is Jay Cargill's opponent a week from tomorrow at Summerslam. Tiffany Stratton, WWE Women's Champ, apparently here to save the day.
And it's Tiffany Stratton taking on the secret Purvis.
Tiffany.
Oh, and Jane back up on her feet.
Ooh, what are you wearing, girly?
And they both get the best of Piper Niven.
If I was Tiffany Stratton,
Ooh, you going?
Jay Cargill.
Ooh, she got lingerie style. Sabrina Carpenter style. Tiffany Stratton is.
What isn't yours?
But if I had to choose, who would I rather? Sabrina Carpenter, of course.
A tug of war here in Cleveland when they're a week away from
I do
fighting it
I do love.
at SummerSlam.
I do love the stomach chest exposure thing.
Holding that championship may be a little too much. That is a feeling that is incredibly addictive and could well power Cargill to victory 1 week from tomorrow at SummerSlam Saturday.
It'll be the Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill, against Tiffany
Yeah, she definitely blew out her hair today.
SummerSlam, biggest party of the summer. Next weekend.
She ultra blowed out her hair today. Aw, poor baby. Alexa Bliss. She bloody.
Listen, everybody knows those things can happen at SummerSlam. I mean, tonight wasn't SummerSlam. It's okay. What do we mean? I mean, we're partners, aren't we? You're gonna say that. No, we're partners. Maybe after we have champions at SummerSlam.
Aw. And that was a friendly head pat. Friendly head pat.
Cody Rhodes here in Cleveland.
I got it.
For his showdown with John Cena next week at SummerSlam. Cody's live next.
Have I noticed Alexa nosebleeds a lot twice in the last three matches? No, I haven't. But she must have. Yeah, she must have a super, sensitive nose. Or either, she keeps on injuring it so much that it doesn't heal, fast enough. So it could be, healing perfectly fine, but then she just breaks it anyway, and she just keeps bleeding it. I'm eating pasta and shrimp today. Yeah, but I think it's just probably just the original cuts just healing, but they haven't fully healed, so she's just basically just opening up an old wound. It's like when we get a scab and we just keep picking at it. That's kind of what the case is, I feel, with her. Welcome to my life. on, tell Bubba to turn it off. Tell Bubba to turn that off. Cause I ain't finna keep it on, like, you know, until it's over. She needs to start wearing a protective face mask. I don't think she needs to stoop to Cody Rhodes' level that quickly. It's not like she broke it. She just bruised it. Because noses don't have to bleed when they're just broken. When you bruise it, they bleed too. And bruises are a part of life.
Continue to remember the life of Hulk Hogan. 2005, individually then part of New World
Do it,
Order
like you
class.
just keep it on. Like you never turn it off.
I never turned it on.
It don't matter. You can turn it off. You're out of here. Pasta is good. I like Cajun style is good. It's spicy and they use shrimp and sausage. Well, I'm eating pasta with shrimp, but I would never eat it spicy. Hi, Chief again. No, bubble dude. No! I told you guys don't listen. I told you I had only 5 capsules left in my pill bottle. These people ask me for Tylenol and I give it to them and they question where it is.
Wait, let's go back to last week. Cody's contract signing moment that put to rest any thought of what he's willing to do to take his gold back from Johnson.
I am not going to be at SummerSlam. I am emotionally exhausted, and we all feel that it is best I do not physically compete at SummerSlam.
Hey, is Cody Rhodes gonna get arrested because he forged a signature?
Good night, San Antonio.
Thankfully for Planet Earth, Cody saw things a little differently. Jumping Cena in the hallway before Cena turned things around only for Cody to get back on top and finally pull the trigger before dumping the carcass of Cena through a table.
Is John Cena there tonight? I don't think so.
At SummerSlam, it's a street fight.
WWE Championship on the line. Summerslam Sunday under Street Fight rules.
Great reception for Cody here in Cleveland. And Friday Night Smackdown is presented by
I'm eating pasta and shrimp. I wish I could steal all the shrimp. But my mom's gonna be mad if I do. Yesterday, Moose dropped a hint that he would be wrestling Trick Williams. I was the one who said it first that Moose might take a shot at Trick Williams. Like, he already did it with Owen Femi, so he might as well do it with him too.
Yesterday, WWE and Pro Wrestling lost one of its giants in Hulk Hogan. And I know emotions and feelings regarding it are complicated, but what is not complicated is his accomplishments and his contributions to WWE, to sports entertainment, to pro wrestling, to entertainment as a whole. They are staggering and they are indisputable.
You understand me, Cody Rhodes?
Here and say that I'm a WWE
You see, Cody Rhodes understands my feelings.
I just want to take a moment to say thank you, Hulk Hogan. Now, Cleveland, there are street fights. And then there's what's going to happen at Summerslam. We're not talking about virtue. We're not talking about victory. We're talking about violence. Because that's what virtue demands. Sometimes doing the right thing doesn't look like the right thing. Last week, John Cena saw that. He'll get plenty more at MetLife Stadium.
I do like shrimp ramen though. Ew, I don't like that.
Thing. I don't want to wrestle.
I hate shrimp ramen. I only like chicken or beef.
I don't want to fight a guy who didn't even want this match in the first place. I don't want to fight a guy who's counting the days until he's out the door. No, at SummerSlam,
who do I think will win the dumpster match? I don't know, because normally a dumpster match would be like one of the B-list or C-list wrestlers would have. I mean, look at Michin and Chelsea Green. It was a dumpster match, and Chelsea Green obviously was the one who got trashed on.
It means he is the very best. This isn't about nostalgia. This isn't about headlines. This is about a once-in-a-generation superstar, someone who redefined what it is to be a pro wrestler. So John Cena, if this is your last SummerSlam, come like it is your first. I want you up there talking to Stu, the cameraman. I want you wearing the title the right way. I want you running to the ring. I want all the hustle. I want all the loyalty and the respect. We can beat it out of each other.
That has to be sound effect, but that was sound effect at first. That was sound effect at first. No, because that wasn't real.
The reason for wanting that fight against the real John Cena is because I need to know. I need to know that this story that we have all been part of is not just fantasy, is not just legacy. I need to know that it meant something, that it was real, and the only person who has the answer to that question is you, John Cena. I'll see you next week.
Did I like when Brandy wrestled? I'm sorry, but I never knew, like, her time as a wrestler, so I'm sorry, I can't really answer that, because I never seen her wrestle at all. But I do know she did wrestle, I just never seen it.
Because he believes he is the very best, and we're going to find out Summerslam Sunday on the Street Fight rules for the WWE.
Last time Hulk Hogan graced the ring in a match, I was still my daddy's left nut.
Steel cage for the United States Championship. Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa. It's how it came to be last week on Smackdown. That's incredible.
Rose kind of looks
Moments ago, a multi-car accident involving members of the MFT occurred outside of
Psycho character would be good. Well, he is gonna have a heel turn soon, so it'd be kind of. That's the expression. I don't know why the expression has always been the left. It's just that everyone says left nut, so whatever. Who knows? Maybe it might be real. Yep, he got arrested for like what, 8 warrants or something. So Sikoa got arrested for like 8 warrants.
I love you, but you made it like this. You try to give me fame. You try to send me to jail. When I told my family, you, and everybody else that I'm never going back. Last week, at a finish, told me he was going to lock me down in the cage at Summerslam. But you see, I don't mind being locked down in that cage for the U.S. title, one-on-one with you. Because at the end of the day, I'm about to dog walk your ass. You know what I mean?
Ooh, the Miz. It's good to see you, Miz. I have missed you.
Just one time to figure out exactly who I am. The guy who's went toe-to-toe with legends, outlasted monsters, beaten icons. Solo had to remind me that there's a bigger game at play, and you're just a pawn. Me? Victim. I'm not the target. I'm the main character. That's why I went to Nick Aldis and got us a match right now. So just so you know, you got the wrong guy, on the wrong day, in the wrong city. This Cleveland is my hometown. Because I'm the Miz, and
Awesome. Oh, you're back. Oh.
That's what's coming to, huh? A match right now, huh? Well, come on with it.
What a shame. You died doing what you love.
Two of the Miz coming up. WWE Universe. Ever wonder what it means to be a luchador? WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio and the star of Bad Guys 2, Anthony Ramos, break it all down in this exclusive look. Check it out.
WWE needs to move with the Bloodline saga. I don't know why it was ever a good idea. I don't know why someone thought it was a good idea to make a second Bloodline to begin with. It was bad when it was a second one.
pretty tough for a mango and tea. Even the bad guys can go good. Heroes come in all shapes and sizes, but never trust one in a chicken breast. Whoa, man, what's wrong with the hate on the chicken soup? The bad guys too. In theaters, August 1st. Don't underestimate the chicken soup until you try it.
Do I like this Bloodline story saga? No, I don't. It's pointless. And not just because because Roman Reigns and Jimmy and Jey Uso aren't there. It's pointless because it ended for a reason, and they didn't need to revive it as if the whole company depends on a bloodline. They don't. I love the Shield. Too bad Jon Moxley just wants to bleed in every section of AEW before he does come back here. And that'll take a while because he got buckets full of it. Oh yeah, those are the dolls that CM Punk, Jacob Fatu, and Jey Uso and Julia represented yesterday in the famous convention, San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah. I wish I could have been there because it did have some of my favorite shows this year, but of course I couldn't travel to San Diego in this time.
In my business, and the debt that I wanted to collect
Was Swerve in WWE? I think he was at first like Bobby Lashley's hype man, and then he went to NXT and he did a very little short run there, and then he left and went to AEW, I think. But I really don't remember. I need to see what he looks like again, but I could have sworn it was him.
A lot of people think that you and I are cut from the same cloth. The truth is that you fight with you are, whereas I fight with you are.
What you see in me is everything you want to be. I will eliminate you. I will tear down the wall that you built.
And how does it feel for the first time to steal a lot?
Yep.
You see yourself. And I promise you.
They'll see how it won't work out for them.
Next week, I am who I am.
The only thing making that group relevant and watchable is Jacob Fatu
I ain't come to play.
and or Jimmy Uso.
I'm bringing these hands, and I'm gonna punish you.
Otherwise, they don't really care about Solo. He needs to be Solo and do his own runs and be his own heel, because he could be a great heel all by himself. But so long as this group of a bloodline holding it back, he can never reach his full potential.
Alexa Bliss live on the Smackdown. That's next Friday.
What a way to kick off SummerSlam weekend. Hey, the bad guys are... Sit right there for a WWE Tag Team Championship match coming up in moments. But right now, the Miz Wade, and perhaps a puzzling move like the Cleveland Browns quarterback death room, the Miz slapped Fatu and got himself in this spot.
This is going to last for 6 weeks after being sent crashing through our side. Was winning by this werewolf. And I don't know if coming back to try and get even was the smartest idea from the A-lister.
Jacob Fatu, in the midst of what we'll describe as complex family matters that have it turning it solo to solo, is actually beloved by the fans, as ambitious as could be. Lost the U.S. title and Night of Champions, been fighting back against the MFTs for weeks now, and come next week, it's steel cage time.
Fatu taking on the US champ Solo Sikoa inside a steel cage on his SummerSlam Sunday next weekend. But right now, business to take care of against a man who unfathomably slapped him just moments ago. That man being the Miz. Miz, what the hell were you thinking?
I'm thinking unfinished business, as he would describe it, for what Jacob did.
What the?
Put him on the show.
Why did it show the camera guy's foot for a second?
Left hand after left hand from that southpaw stance before being thrown right to the corner and then
Hey, what the
running into the big boot in spot 2.
Tactically, this is great from the Miz.
Hey, congratulations! Everyone got a camera guy foot pick.
Suddenly, the Samoan werewolf goes what the Samoan werewolf goes. Yes, we do know exactly what you mean, and now Miz
I'm doing
knows
fine.
all about it too.
Steve, hello.
Listen to this crowd here in Cleveland. The Miz's hometown, but they just love Fatu.
Oh, and Miz just about getting out the way in the nick of time. Now,
Yeah,
Miz
that
has
hurt
been
his back.
busy over the past few weeks hosting Gladiators, hosting his golf show, Miz Golf on YouTube, all of which sounds a hell of a lot easier than stepping in the ring with the Samoan
Am I
werewolf.
wearing a dress? No, I'm wearing tanks and shorts.
And streaming TV host and the opposite Fatu when he's enraged and he just got slapped.
Yeah, I should have guessed.
The familiar entrance of his chief rival.
Taking it all.
And the MFT's mid-match making their way down.
This match could be over pending Solo and the MFT's next move, but with that distraction, these bounces with the chop.
Distracting.
Perhaps that's all Solo Sikoa needed to do this evening.
With the distraction, he sends the 2 into the post.
24 years old, man. In the bio for a reason.
Next weekend, Jacob Fatu will compete for the U.S. title against Solo Sikoa, who is standing over Rutland and Miss
That's fun.
as Solo and the NFTs
Westbrook
stand
deserved
over
nothing
Jacob
because,
Fatu.
like I said, well, I mean, I actually, I don't think I did say that actually, but we don't have dessert right now because we're running low on food and we don't have any dessert, but we're just not having food for this 1 week, but after next week we'll have food. Do I want to play Truth or Dare? No, because I already know what questions people will ask me for daring or truth. So no, thank you. You don't need to test my boldness and know me that well.
He returns to action, just pulls at that face, ripping across the nostrils.
Truth or Dare is only good for slumber parties with in real life friends.
Some people get a little overconfident when they're in their hometown. I know I certainly used to whenever we toured in the UK. But the Miz was looking good.
For the pop-up Samoan, but instead the Miz able to get free and then deliver that elbow spot to
During Summerslam, will the chat start early?
Knows how to smell danger.
What do you mean start early? It'll start the time the pay-per-view starts. So I don't know what you mean by early.
That's crazy power from the Samoan werewolf.
Hi there.
Undersold aspect of this man's game.
Oh, now Solo Sikoa threatens to get up on the apron as Fatu was putting himself in position against the Miz.
Well, Fatu simply cannot focus under these circumstances, try as he might.
Can you ask a personal question? I mean, not really, because I don't know you personally for you to ask me a personal question, but whatever. If you must know what is it, I'm either going to respond to it nicely or not nicely. What do you want?
Has to enact some major punishment now to the Samoan werewolf. He was playing a little lip service to Solo Sikoa and his men. Now the kicks connecting in repetition.
Miz got a new attitude. I noticed that. He's gotten a lot more aggressive and a little bit more brutal. Yes, brutal. He gotten very brutal, and I'm like, wow. Like, Miz has shown to be brutal, but he also shown to be timid. So I wonder if he's just going with a brutal, like, stance right now.
He's the way for competing, trying to regain his U.S. title against Solo Sikoa in a steel cage at SummerSlam. Solo and the NFTs are ringside, but right now it's the Miz who has returned to action against Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, but I wonder what he'll do after this match, because what else will the Miz do? This is just a match to know that he's back, because he's been MIA for some time, ever since that whole TKO was, like, firing our truth segments happened.
He smashes in the man who held the U.S. title for 70 days before he lost to Sikoa at Night of
Who
Champions.
was my favorite WWE superstar? On the women's side, Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky. On the men's side, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Jacob Fatu.
Cleveland's very own The Miz in a tough spot. He slapped Fatu earlier tonight.
He's regretting every second of action tonight right now.
Now would you look at the NFTs?
So with that hip attack, Miz left out cold. The MFT's dragging his carcass out of the ring. Well, that is
No way. You know what I just thought of? Maybe
A 3-for-1 deal.
Maybe The Miz is trying to be like a Sami Zayn character.
Jacob Fatu looking ready to fight anything that moves.
No, like, why does it look like that? That's the way I see it right now. Would that be a good idea or not? Yeah.
Certainly will not win the war, not against this quartet.
And it is 4-on-1 as JC Mateo continues to kick. Oh, the help is on the way.
Making 4-on-2, and if I see, I think I see a steel jab. That is 4-on-3. Dropping like fly to the MFT. Big Jim here.
Would you look at Big Jim? Tawatonga getting met up on the apron. Goes down that top rope and Solo goes flying.
Big Jim just a step ahead tonight.
Steel chair in hand and across the back of the nearly 7-foot-tall
Oh, oh my God.
Look at that face.
You're shrugging it off. Start running now, Jim.
Big Jim wielding
Hey.
himself. What a boot to the face by Tawatonga. Oh, this almost Sokoa and the rest of the MMGs are right back to business.
It was a valiant effort from Jimmy Uso, but what the hell are you supposed to do? It's this massive monster that is Tawatonga.
Oh, and the gutsy Jacob Fatu trying to find his way free.
No quit in the Samoan werewolf whatsoever. How the hell is he pulling this off?
He's taking all 4 of them on. Super kick and another. And
Yeah, these guys are nuts.
hip attack against Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, these guys could take care of themselves.
Tonight.
And man, Jimmy and Jacob took care of a whole band of bandits all by themselves, seemingly.
Champion. He's a week away from trying to regain that gold. And Solo is a sitting duck.
Nope, you're gonna get rescued again. JC.
Well, this is a career ender right here. And Solo Sikoa, major peril.
He's gonna.
Oh, damn.
Tonga comes in and disrupts that plan of annihilation.
Where is Omos? I was thinking about him when I heard him mention his height. I was like, he looks like he could be Omos's height. But speaking of Omos, I heard that, like, you know, he's been seemingly working with WWE again. He's still under contract with them, but he has focused his time on Japanese wrestling, and he's becoming, like, you know, very popular over there. But I heard he's seemingly coming back to WWE, and they have plans for him, but I'm not sure when those will, you know, take in place.
Solo Sikoa loud and clear, and when the Samoan werewolf wakes up, that message will be received.
This is what Steel Cage
Pro family.
Yeah, Joe, I'm here with the Street Profits and B-Fab.
Ooh, that's a nice bodysuit, B-Fab. I love that.
I was hoping I could get your perspective.
Those are the kind of
on what you think that
those are
Rey
the kind
Fenix
of
and Andrade need to
veil
do
outfit.
to capture those titles from the Wyatt Sicks.
The Wyatts are a different kind of enemy. So they need to be dealt with in a different kind of way.
See, Kathy, the Wyatt Sicks do need to be dealt with in a specific type of way, and they have their own specific type of rules. But you know, a rule that we don't understand is the simple fact that we went in there qualifying match last week.
Look, fam, it's all right. We don't give a damn who wins. All we know is we got next.
Wait a minute. First of all, take that jersey off. I'm the king guy. You're not allowed to wear that. Okay? Secondly, you have the titles and you blew it.
Hey, that's kind of a nice. Well, I think that's like, you know,
The mess we made.
I like that style of shirt, but it's kind of pointless if you're wearing a DIY shirt and it cuts off the letters DIY, you know? So that's a mistake right there. Yeah, Candy should have made the logo a little smaller and then you have the bottom be spaghetti, like, you know, tassel straps.
Stay out of the way. Stay out the way. Mind your business.
Hey, there's only one thing that matters in the tag team division right now, and it's this Red Hot World Championship match that we have coming up. Andrade and Rey Fenix trying to take the gold from
Can
the
you give me
Wyatt
another cookie?
Sicks. That's ahead.
Why not? I think I have money on my cash app. Go get it!
One of the greatest performers in the history of our business. He has a 25-plus year career of aches, pains, and injuries that will dictate.
That style of shirt that Candace was wearing, I love that style. It's just that it was a mistake of making the DIY logo big because you can't see the Y in DIY, so that's pointless. Unless like when you're actually in front of her, you can actually see it, but far away you definitely couldn't tell. So it's one of those clothes. It's one of those type of clothing you probably have to actually be close and in front of the person to actually see. I know you guys know I'm moving, but unfortunately, I don't think I could take my BT21 pictures with me. So I'm just going to just put that out there saying I might not be able to take my BT21 picture, the one you see always behind me when I'm doing my Monday Night Raw streams. I might not be able to take that with me. But what I will do is make some new ones that I will put on my new wall in my room. That way I can still have that kind of I can still have it. And maybe I won't draw them. Maybe I will take a picture of my old wall and then I'll have a banner somewhere in my room. Cause that's the background you usually see all the time with me, and I would hate for that to be taken away. So I'll take a picture of the pictures, and I'll go on Amazon and make one of those flag banner blanket thingies, and I'll put it on my wall. Have people ever told you that you could be a voice actor? Yes, they have, but I don't think I could though, because I can't fake sound that I can't scream. For starters, I can't scream, and I can't fake sound I'm crying. That's so hard for me to do. I have no problem saying lines and acting like whatever character, but I can't fake cry and also yell on command. I just can't. I know when you're in the moment and stuff, you'll be hearing stuff and you have to actually react naturally, but even then I still can't bring that type of energy. I can hardly scream even when I'm really angry. My mom heard me scream before too. Triple H needs to book Julia in the storyline, stop wasting her potential. Why they have VFAB with Street Profits. She needs to be Julia's next opponent. Well, B-Fab, if B-Fab is not with the Street Profits, she's with Michin, and I haven't seen Michin in a while. This is the only fond memory I'll have of Hulk Hogan. This will be the only fond memory I have of Hulk Hogan, because watching that for the first time was really exciting. Otherwise, everything else, I can't really say nothing on.
Arguably the most memorable moment in the career of Hulk Hogan. We remember the late Hulk Hogan. That was with WrestleMania 3 for 93,000. Folks, we opened up this evening on Friday Night Smackdown with a fitting tribute.
Oh, mommy, like you.
WWE social media to watch that legacy piece beautifully done on the life of Hulk Hogan.
Julia.
Ah, there's her dark persona.
Hi. Kiana James.
Oh, Kiana James. What are you doing here?
Out of my face, clipboard Karen. Julia.
Yeah.
I know that you think there's really no competition because no one's had the balls to step to you since you won the title. But muscles, I'm here to talk about my rematch.
Right. Well, naturally, I'm one step ahead of you. I spoke to Nick Aldis. You'll get your opportunity next week. And when Julia beats you again, you'll be nothing but another footnote in her portfolio.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
It's okay. I like a little fighter.
Don't get too comfortable. Just remember, tragedy wars, but fortune first. See you next week.
Zelina Vega dropping a clipboard Karen on Kevin James.
I knew this character would come into play sometime. She even dyed her hair black and white just for, like, you know, to really read it. Huh? She's dropping the whole Todoroki. She's dropping the whole Todoroki, like, you know, gimmick on her outfits. I did love the outfit she was wearing. I just was wondering what she had written on it, because she looked like she had words written on the veil part of the lace, but I couldn't read what it was, so that's why I was trying to look so hard. But I'll find out eventually, because like I said, I follow a really good wrestling source that tells me exactly where the female superstars bought their clothes and how much they cost. So I'll see it later what Zelina Vega was wearing.
In New Jersey. What a huge tag match we've got on deck as Paul Heyman's power duo of Bronx Arena, Braun Breaker take on main event Jey Uso and the OTC Roman Reigns.
Now Sunday at SummerSlam, what do you do for an Evolution Encore? You do this! If they steal the whole weekend, the Women's World Championship Triple Threat match, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Naomi cashed in, she's got the gold, it comes your way Sunday.
Jacob Fatu got savaged by the MMTs tonight, but at SummerSlam Sunday, he'll be one-on-one with the United States champ, Solo Sikoa locked inside a steel cage.
The former friends turned foe are at it again for the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Lyra Valkyria, Becky Lynch looking to defend, but with this, it's no countouts, no DQs at SummerSlam Sunday night.
AJ Styles has been haunting, or should I say stalking, the Intercontinental champ, Dirty Dom Mysterio of label, backing it up to get inside the head of the champ and dethrone him on SummerSlam Sunday.
And of the undisputed WWE Championship Street
Want
Fight.
to go to WWE? I do. Alone with my family.
I want the John Cena who wears
No
the
one
title
else.
the right way. He gets the never seen 17 defending in a street fight against Cody Rhodes Sunday night at MetLife Stadium.
I really like his song. I like his song because, I don't know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the soundtrack from Mirror's Edge. Just a little. And that's one of my most fondest memories of playing on the Xbox 360. I can't look at that. I like Rey Fenix, but I can never look at his entrance. Those strobe lights are just too much of a seizure warning. At least when the lights are on. At least when the lights are on, it's a little more tolerable. But when it's dark like that, no. Kiana James is Julia's manager. Very good idea. Yeah, and I was questioning, me and my mom were questioning what happened to her because I never remembered, I remembered her name a little bit, but I always called her the office lady because she always just held one of those briefcases and just had a secretary worker's clothes and all her outfits. And I was like, oh, when is the office lady gonna come back? And now here she is, seemingly as Julia's manager. Julia doesn't need a manager, but at least Kiana James has something to do. Because her return on NXT would be kind of pointless because she would have no one to fight. Me and my mom were just vibing. can't wait to see what my new room is. It's going to be bigger than mine because we've been looking at very nice places that are close by, and my room is going to be even bigger than before, so I can decorate it exactly how I want to this time, because the room I have right now was really my eldest brother's room, but he left our house long ago, and he hasn't come back ever since, so it became mine. But now I get to decorate it how I want to, and I don't have to keep a bunch of my brother's old stuff because it could be my own style. I don't have to use hand-me-downs. I'm just envisioning my room with just cute little lights and also anime posts. Huh? Yeah, I know. So, that's New York. I was saying, I could imagine my room just has a bunch of little lights and anime posters everywhere. I wanted to paint it white, but my brother said we're most likely not going to paint because painting takes time, which he has a point on, so I'm just going to plaster my room with so many posters of all my fandoms and that it'll look like, a painted wall. Hi there, Ivy. Do I join Jade to try to beat Tiffany at Summerslam? Do you think Jade is ready to be women's champion? She can. She can if she wants. She can if she tries. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna be pretty sad. I like Tiffany as a champion, but if Jade really has to win it, then I'm okay with that. So this is not a bias. This is not a bias winning match at all. Whoever wins wins. I just hope nobody will interrupt that match, like Nia Jax or somebody else. Can I borrow my light? Yeah. Next week. I just didn't have it today because I just wanted to be natural for the sake of respecting Hulk Hogan fans and the WWE superstars today. But after Monday, we're back on track. I'll have my light and my plushies ready. But I think I could say that I might be able to buy another one. I might buy another light stick next month, so that way I'll have two.
The ominous, the undefeated since returning to Smackdown earlier this year. Now perhaps the biggest test so far against a
And hopefully my brother remembers to bring. Hopefully my brother remembers to bring me my M&M ice cream sandwich. I told him to buy me that this morning.
WWE Tag Team Championship match from here at Rocket Arena in front of a massive crowd for Friday Night Smackdown. Ray Casey comes straight on the attack against Phoenix. You talk about them being eerie, mysterious, and having unique skills.
What are you saying, Mommy?
Special sauce that has got Casey and
what were you saying, Mommy? Oh, Daphne? Yeah, she always had makeup on. But I definitely will say Daphne's hair has gotten longer these past few months. She's really growing out her hair.
By the way, I love the strategy early. The ring generalship of just setting the tone and pace immediately.
I don't care who wins. They'll have they'll have a good match, but I have a feeling that unfortunately DIY and or the Street Profits might interrupt this, which therefore will probably make a round two of like, you know, fatal four-way matches for tag teams or something. I'm not sure. I don't know, this whole like, you know, fatal four-way like, you know, feud with the tag team division in Smackdown had been kind of weird.
Lewis and Casey after a red hot start from Andrade and Rey Fenix.
Changing the tone and also changing the rules of the match in time successfully behind the referee's back, which has been key to the success of the Wyatt Sicks, is those diversionary tactics that we mentioned that works on everyone, opponents and officials alike.
Elbow driving right to his upper back.
And what's often mistaken when it comes to the Wyatt Sicks, because they are such odd and out there personalities, is when they get going bell to bell, guys like Lewis and Casey are so technically astute, they are so effective.
When this show is over, you know, every Friday I watch a new episode. I watch a new episode of our family drama that we watch called The Shy. It's a very good black drama series, you guys. It's one of the best ones since Power, and I highly recommend it. And right now we're up to episode 11 on The Shy, and next week will unfortunately be the season finale, but these last two episodes have been like, you know, very hype, and we're excited for them. And speaking of new shows, Husband Hotel, the foundation of this channel is coming back on October 29th, so you better believe I'll have more Husband Hotel cosplays, and of course I will record and react to season 2 as well. So look forward to those reactions when it's time. And yes, I am aware that Hello Boss is also coming onto Amazon Prime on September 10th, and they're showing a new episode, which is kind of them creating a whole new pilot for Amazon Prime, and it's kind of like their whole first mission as IMP, and I'm excited for that because the pilot episode didn't really count as, like, you know, their first day at IMP. It just shows basically the point of their business, but I would be very curious to see what their first job was like and how they, like, you know, barely knew each other and were like, you know, probably weren't friendly with each other, but how did they all get along and stuff as a group? I know the wrestler Aaliyah is a champion over in India. Who's Aaliyah?
You smother him, and that is what
Who's Aaliyah again?
But here comes a fresh Andrade wave.
And the game plan worked so well against Phoenix until it didn't, and now, as you mentioned, a red hot and fresh Andrade in here. As he hears that smell go.
And he is rallying with a lot of momentum. The 11th time that these next titles are on the line in this calendar year. We've had 2 title changes so far in the first half of the could we have one tonight as the double knees come running in what has become instantly, here it is, trying to get gold. The hottest tag team in the division, Andrade and Rey Fenix. You said it a few weeks ago, we were broadcasting on the match. Sometimes instantly you can just
she was in WWE about 4 years ago. I mean, that name sounds familiar, but I have no idea what she looks like. So unfortunately, I can't, like, you know, give an opinion on it.
The shortcut, their way to chemistry, but that shortcut might have led them to a dead end here.
The combination work of the Wyatt Sicks to retain. And Phoenix comes in to make the save.
I don't know if Phoenix was going to make that save. I think just about Andrade kicked out, but regardless.
Oh.
Continues. And then it was 2-on-1. Good night. Rey Fenix, who is in a mess on the outside, and Andrade may well be about to join in.
How about Joe Gacy saying, Ray, we're not doing that tonight. And here comes their signature move. Running at the knees up. Hitting combination. Do we have new champs?
You were slow on purpose, Daphne. Come on.
Spinning out one on Andrade.
Andrade was looking like he was going to have to win this on his own, but back from the dead is Rey Fenix.
Here comes the message. This could be it, Wade. To become the champs. On the rope,
Nikki
Nikki Cross.
Cross.
Cross just calls the referee out. Andrade and Rey Fenix have this thing won. They have
Oh, wow. Wow, Nikki.
Victory stolen from Andrade and Rey Fenix, and now a beatdown commences.
Well, I always knew what you call it. The Wyatt Sicks are a heel. They were labeled as a heel. They were labeled as a heel on record, but they were labeled as a heel on record, but still, I don't see it that way, so I can't really say. Yeah, and I knew they only did this because they wanted to do all this anyway. They wanted to really have a 2.0 on this whole tag team. Are we ready for a fatal four-way rematch?
Smackdown tag offer is completely clearing out at this point.
This is unbelievable. We're in the midst of a title match that Andrade and Fenix should have won. The next thing you know, we've got the entire tag team division. But the goal is it. What a DIY who earlier tonight were discussing something like this, and now everything has absolutely gone haywire.
Oh, that hurt. Damn, they threw him onto the wall. They didn't catch him. I'm glad you landed perfectly that time, Montez. It's one of the very few things you know how to do. Yes, it's being tiresome.
Everybody watching, that you lot are hell-bent on destroying each other over those tag team titles. And since you didn't get out of your system the first time around, here's what's gonna happen. At Summerslam, those tag team titles go high above the ring.
Yep, I knew it. It didn't work out in the fatal four-way. They have no choice but to ladder match. My God. Look at all those security. I don't see Jason Jordan anywhere. The prime cart. Yeah. Everyone's bouncing everywhere. Now let's watch the shy, Ma. when Bubba comes back. That does show you guys, and we definitely have, like, it seems as that though they're stacking more matches. They're stacking more matches in SummerSlam than they did WrestleMania, and that's like insane. But let's see if it all works out. now, can't believe we just had 1 week left, and then not only at that, it's just at the practically the beginning of the month, and that's always like exciting. But how again? How again we have like a whole week of wrestling shows to look forward to.
I got treats.
Thank you, Melty. Oh, it's M&M's. Hey, some real M&M's. What's that? Yes, he got me a cookie. He got me an M&M sandwich. I don't know. But anyway, that's the show. And I'm pretty excited about Summerslam. I'm at least happy that I get to share Summerslam with you guys, because I think I might not be able to share Clash of Paris with you guys, because that's around, that's, the crunch time we have to be out of here by. But around that time, that'll be time where I step off of live streaming just for a little bit. But oh, I'm interrupting. No, wait till I'm done talking. Wyatt Sicks lost ring because of Nikki Cross, yes. But I always knew they were heels, and I knew eventually they had to cheat, they would resort to cheating at least once, only because they love the chaos. But it's not the same as normal cheating, so I understand why. But this is kind of, it's a ladder match now, but it's basically a 2.0 of the Fatal 4-Way. So it just, at least with the what you call it, ladder, whoever reaches, that's the winner. There's no cheating whatsoever or something. Even though DIY say those guys cheated anyway, but either way, nobody really cares that much about what DIY says, because that's just them crying. Yeah, but that's the show, and I'm glad that what you call it, they still did a tribute to Hulk Hogan, because I know for a fact that Triple H said so himself, that he wasn't really keen on the idea of doing this, but he'd be a complete idiot to not acknowledge him at all, and it would have looked bad for him either way. So I respect him for that in a sense, but other wrestlers have felt the way I felt, and that's my opinions that I stand for and will always stand for when it comes to Hulk Hogan. But I'm just gonna say it that we say our respects, now we just move on and move forward. So that's that. Okay, posting. Thank you. What's that? Ew, no, I don't want that.
What do you mean?
No, I don't want that.
This is good.
No, ew.
Show them what you're saying ew to.
A cookies and cream chocolate. Ew.
It's the most delicious chocolate ever.
No, get that away from me. Why would I want that when I have my own M&M cookie? But anyway, I will see you guys on Monday once again, and that'll be the start again of the wrestling marathon. That'll be the regular stuff, and then on the weekend we go straight into SummerSlam, and then we just go back to the live shows again. But after that, then we'll be back on schedule. no more closed pay-per-views and closed shows. But that's until Monday, and thanks for joining me as always. And remember, the links are in the description below. The ones for my donation links, Ko-Fi, Cash App, any and all donations are accepted and appreciated. Thank you once again to Soundwave for the donation of $5, and the link to the streams servers are down below as well. Bookmark it so you can watch any and all wrestling companies, pay-per-views, and live shows. It'll save you, like, you know, it'll save you if you don't have streaming services or live TV like I do. But once I'm in the new house, I hope that'll change though. But I'll still put it in my description nonetheless. But that's all for today. So thanks for watching, and I will see you again on Monday. And remember to tweet idle energy.